everyone, my name is Allie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Originally this week I was going to do a story time, but I wasn't really feeling it. So I think I'm going to do story time after all my spring break content that I'll be working on next week. And that left me with this week to think of something to do, so I decided to do something a little bit simpler and just do my top 10 favorite TV shows. This is my top 10 favorite TV shows of all time, so some of them are off the air, some of them may still be going, and they're in different, forms. Some are Netflix shows, well, one is, it's just a bunch of different TV. It's about to get really, really diverse. So starting off, I'll start at 10 and we'll go with The L Word. The L Word was a show that was on Showtime, I think, when it was on, but it's all about lesbians. It's a show about lesbians, and they're awesome, and I love them. I just started watching it a couple months ago. I mean, I'm already done with it, but I started it in November, I think, and I loved it, and I'll probably rewatch the entire thing. Shane McCutcheon is the love of my life. The great lesbian love of my life. On a much less dramatic and more comedic side, number 9 is That 70s Show. That 70s Show has been one of my favorite shows since I was little. I just remember watching it with my brothers and always laughing, and it's something I'll never get tired of. I have watched all of the episodes a million times. I do not get tired of them. They're always hilarious. I love that show. This is probably the most random one on the list, but it's number 8 and it's Ruby. Ruby is an anime show that was made by the company Rooster Teeth, and it's just really great. It's like modern day fairy tale kick-ass kind of thing, and it got shown to me by somebody that I care about a lot, but it's been really important to me since then. I just love it. It's great. It sounds cheesy, it even kind of sounds childish, but it's not. Watch it, it's awesome. Actually, the season finale that just happened ruined my life, so it really is dramatic and great. And I mean, look how cute these characters are. Yes. Number 7 is a show that I recently rewatched all the way through, but watched for the first time ever when I was 10, and it's The Gilmore Girls. The Gilmore Girls is a great TV show. It's dramatic, it's funny, it's so good, it just makes me feel so good, and I can't wait for the revival on Netflix in a couple months. It's going to be great, and I'm so excited to see where everybody is. Number 6 is the Netflix show that I mentioned, and it was between two, and they're both Marvel related, and it was either going to be Daredevil or Jessica Jones, but I have to pick Jessica Jones because I actually binged watched the shit out of that show. Daredevil I was a little slow with finishing, but Jessica Jones I just kept going and going and going. I couldn't get enough, and I didn't even want to sleep. It was so good. I got so addicted I bought Jessica Jones comics. I love it so much. I just love the idea of this girl that's just a total badass. She's awesome, and Kristen Ritter was the perfect choice to play her, and I just love it, and I'm probably going to rewatch it too. Number 5 is a show, oh god. Number 5 is a show that I go to when I just really need a good laugh or something to make me smile, and it's Parks and Recreation. Another show that was shown to me by a good friend of mine, and I thought it was kind of lame at first, but then I fell completely in love and marathoned it, and I still have yet to see the last season, but I know that I need to, so I will probably be doing that soon. If you haven't watched Parks and Recreation and you think you might want to, this is a warning. The first 2 seasons are not that great, but if you can get through them, it's wonderful. I promise. Now we move on to number 4, and it's the big dramatic one, it's the big plot twist one, it's just the big one. Well, it's not the big one because it's not number 1, but it's Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is yet another recommendation by probably a lot of people that I know, but really got to me when my best friend started watching it. It's so good. I just got sucked in because she was watching an episode, and then, sorry, I'm recovering from being sick. Anyway, I just loved it. I got sucked into it, and I was like, wow, this show is actually really good if you can get past all the blood and the nudity. Unless you like that kind of thing, because then watch it. But it's great anyway. House Stark for life. I don't care if most of them are dead. House Stark. Number 3 is a show you'll see me live blogging or live tweeting every Sunday, and that's Once Upon a Time. I started watching Once Upon a Time over a summer, I think it was 2 years ago, because my mom thought, hey, why don't you watch this? And I don't know really why I hadn't, but I started it, and then I don't even remember, it was one night, and I was on episode 17, and I loved it, because it's all fairy tales and Disney characters and love and friendship and just, yes, it's so good. And of course, the attractive cast doesn't hurt either, and that's true about a lot of these shows, but it's definitely true about Once Upon a Time. Captain Hook, be still my beating heart, you beautiful man, you. I've reached the last 2, and yes, these are the biggest and most important 2, and I think you know what one of them is because I talk about it a lot. Number 2 is, no surprise, Doctor Who. There is no way that in this video I can talk about every single reason I love Doctor Who, so it'll have to be talked about in another one, but it is important to me. It's so important to me. I love it so much, and that's why it's number 2, and these aren't necessarily in an order, but I feel like this one and number 1 would be the top 2 no matter what, no matter if I did put them in order, whatever. That was really rambly, but it's because I didn't really practice any of this video before I shot it, so I'm kind of everywhere, and I'm just lucky that any of it even makes sense. Recovering from being sick is just not good for the head, and that's why I didn't do story time, because I just don't want to talk to this camera for a long period of time. Number 1 is my favorite show of all time. Like I said, this isn't necessarily in an order, but this would trump anything. Ew, I just said Trump. Ugh! This show beats out any other show on the planet, and my favorite show of all time is How I Met Your Mother. How I Met Your Mother came to me in a really hard time in my life, and I just didn't want to stop watching it, and I don't really know why, but it made me laugh, and it made me cry, and I just loved these characters so much, and I still do. I still watch the show all the time. It's another one where the reruns just don't get old to me, and so I get emotional talking about this TV show. I don't like to talk about the finale because it didn't happen, not to me. It was trash, and I'll never get over the disappointment that it was. But aside from that, it is so great, and it means so much to me. If you haven't watched How I Met Your Mother, please do it. If you think How I Met Your Mother is stupid, that kind of hurts my feelings, but that's okay because it's your opinion. But you should know that your opinion is wrong. The show is not stupid, it's great. How I Met Your Mother is so insanely important to me that I made my senior pictures, well, I did my senior pictures with a yellow umbrella. And I don't just have one. Oh no, I have 3 yellow umbrellas. One giant one medium-sized one that's like for normal occasions, and then one really tiny one that I keep in my car for when I have to go back and forth to class in the rain. It's just easily one of the greatest shows I've ever seen, and I love it so much, and I'm still rambling about it, and I'm still rambling in general, but it's just so great. So there you have it, my top 10 favorite TV shows. Like I said, they're kind of all over the place. I have really diverse interests, especially when it comes to TV, because different things can keep my interest. If you like any of those shows, comment and tell me what you like about them. If you don't like any of them, that's cool too. Or if you want to watch them, please do it. And whatever, I don't know. Just watch these TV shows, don't watch them. My brain is just so fried today, oh my god. But I had to make a video because I promised to make videos every week. So if this video is really bad, and I don't know, I just don't even know. I'm sorry if it was bad. I sincerely apologize if you feel like you've wasted your time. And I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I can't tell you how much time you've wasted. But again, next week is my spring break, so I don't know if I'll post a video, but I'll be making a lot of videos. And then I'm still working on my big project, and then I promise the story time is coming. The story time is going to be important and fun and cute, so I can't wait to do that. So keep watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Bye everyone!